These serious actors can be seriously funny. Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 funniest sitcom appearances by dramatic actors. Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. For this list, we're going over the most amusing one-off or recurring appearances by primarily dramatic actors on sitcoms. We won't be including those who appear in a significant number of episodes, like James Spader on The Office.
You don't even know my real name. I'm the Lizard King.
Number 10, Sam Elliott, Parks and Recreation.
Hey, you look awful familiar. Have we met before?
Oh, I'm sure our souls have collided in one lifetime or another.
No, that's not it. Are you in my Frisbee golf league?
Oh, yeah. I play for the Super Spinners.
Oh, I'm on the Frisbee champs.
Most famous for his roles in westerns, Sam Elliott's terse demeanor and gravelly voice make him a perfect casting for Ron Dunn, the Eagleton counterpart of Parks and Rec regular Ron Swanson.
Last name?
Done.
Is that your name, or are you telling me you're finished talking?
Both.
While the two appear similar at first, their differences soon become apparent and hilarious when it's revealed that Dunn is a hippie, contrasting with Swanson's more conservative opinions. Despite his differences with his counterpart, Dunn remains an occasional dispenser of wise, if offbeat advice to several characters on the show during his sporadic appearances.
Our spirit animals connect us to the natural world. You need to remain open to their message. Watch.
Number 9, Martin Sheen, 2.5 Men.
Now, what are your intentions towards my daughter?
Oh, right to the chase. Straight shooter.
I like that.
Given that the show stars Charlie Sheen, it seems only natural for 2.5 Men to have had his father, Martin Sheen, guest star at some point. The elder Sheen, known for weighty dramatic roles in film and TV alike, plays Harvey, the dad of Charlie's neighbor. At first appearing to be overbearing, Harvey soon manages to romance Charlie's mother and eventually reveals that he's every bit as kooky as his daughter is.
Evelyn and I are in love and we're gonna get married. Isn't that right, Puddin' Pop?
Not if you were the last crazy man on earth.
Guys, feel free to call me Dad.
Sheen's serious reputation and acting only make Harvey's absurd turn that much funnier.
Sleep tight, Puddin' Pop.
Number 8, Jonathan Banks, Modern Family. In a single guest appearance in the show's second season, Jonathan Banks portrays Donnie Pritchett, the brother of the family's patriarch Jay.
How about you let go, you...
Give me the phone, Donnie! You still think you can take me? Is this all you got? Huh? I'm gonna wash your mouth out with this! Ow!
Contrary to Banks' reputation for stoic and laconic roles, Donnie is loud and prone to getting into petty, immature fights with his brother.
All right, your solids, which you won't be able to eat in a few years.
Right. Seriously, though, how are things going with you?
Swell. I'm beating a fat guy at pool right now.
While the role does have some dramatic weight to it, as Donnie reveals to Jay that he has cancer, there's no getting around how hilarious some of his pranks and other altercations with his sibling are, like that wet willy. Number 7, Brad Pitt, Friends.
Typical of you, Rachel Green. Queen Rachel does whatever she wants in the little Rachel land.
Thanksgiving episodes were usually special occasions on Friends, and Season 8 saw a one-off appearance by Brad Pitt as Will Colbert, an old friend of Ross and Monica's. Because he used to be heavily overweight and was bullied in high school, Will resented the popular Rachel.
Are you gonna be okay?
Oh, I'll be fine. It's just... God, I hate her, Ross. I hate her.
This led Will and a reluctant Ross to form an I Hate Rachel Green club, while also starting a rumor that she was born with both male and female genitalia.
I'm sorry, do you have a problem with me?
I don't know. Do I?
I think you do.
Brad Pitt was married to actress Jennifer Aniston at the time, so seeing him play completely against his real feelings is really funny to see.
Look at the way he's just staring at me. I think he's trying to mouth something to me, but I can't make it out.
Number 6, Matt Damon, Will and Grace.
Well, I believe she also said, hey, Cuba, Canada, cowgirl crazy, get out of my light and away from my snacks, bitch.
Though we considered giving this spot to Matt Damon's very funny recurring role on 30 Rock, ultimately we had to go with his singular appearance here. On Will and Grace, Damon plays Owen, a man contending with Jack to be in the Manhattan Gay Men's Chorus.
Maybe he's no Romeo, he's my loving one-man show. Oh, let's hear it for the boy.
Jack discovers Owen is actually straight and seeks to prove it to take out his competition for the spot. Seeing Damon trade shade with Jack is utterly hysterical, and we'd have loved to see him do it more.
You won't get him. Thinking and a hoping, wishing and a praying, lying and a cheating, hubby and a tone deaf.
Number 5. John Hamm, 30 Rock.
No, what is this?
Dr. Drew's Salmon Bourguignon.
What is this orangey taste?
Gatorade.
Though John Hamm's roles are far from humorless, he really gets to stretch his comedic legs with this one. Hamm plays Dr. Drew Baird, a pediatrician and the neighbor of protagonist Liz Lemon, whom she dates. Though quite handsome, Drew is also rather dim-witted and clumsy, only getting by on his good looks. It's a lot of fun seeing the actor famed for his suave, confident characters play such a lovable doofus, one who's dumb enough to lose both hands in 2 separate yet equally idiotic ways.
So I waved from the helicopter, which it turns out is a big no-no, and the rotor took my right hand clean off. And it turns out the person I was waving to was not my old football coach.
Of course not. You were in Zimbabwe.
Well, it looked just like a black version of him.
Liz herself sums him up best.
Drew, so handsome. So stupid.
Number 4. Patrick Stewart, Extras.
And this policewoman says, "Oi, you can't ride your bike on the grass." And I go, "Oh no." And her uniform falls off, and she goes, "Ah!" And she's trying to cover up, but I've seen everything.
Renowned for his Shakespeare training and weighty dramatic performances, Patrick Stewart is no stranger to comedy. But who knew one of his funniest performances would be as himself? Series protagonist Andy approaches Stewart while working on a production of The Tempest, in the hopes of getting the actor to help him pitch a script of his. However, Stewart shares an idea of his own, for a story in which he can remove women's clothes with his mind.
I see this beautiful girl, and I think I'd like to see her naked, and so all her clothes fall off.
And when viewers watch the acclaimed thespian describe his absurd and lewd idea with a straight face, you might then say you've seen everything.
And she's scrabbling around to get them back on again, but even before she can get her knickers on, I've seen everything. You know, I've seen it all.
Number 3. Idris Elba, The Office.
I am aware of the effect I have on women.
Famous for his tough and gritty characters, Idris Elba has an equally difficult job in his role on The Office, keeping it together opposite the show's hilarious stars. Elba plays Charles Minor, paper company Dunder Mifflin's serious vice president, who often acts as the straight man to the antics of the Scranton branch's workers, finding himself frequently exasperated by their lack of focus on their work.
Do not go anywhere near the conference room.
Done.
Because you have embarrassed me for the last time today. Got it?
I'm not following you.
You two are morons.
Though usually critical and uncompromising, Charles can also be a bit of a suck-up to his own boss, which is a funny contrast with his normal demeanor.
You couldn't ask for a better way to learn a company. I feel like I should be thanking you.
Number 2. Michael Keaton, Frasier.
Let me hear you say, yeah! Yeah! Come on, like you can really mean it. Yeah! Are you willing to do whatever it takes? Are you willing to make these earthly sacrifices to make heavenly gains?
Though he got his start in comedy on film, these days Michael Keaton is known for his dramatic chops. However, his return to comedic form on Frasier is something special. Keaton plays Blaine Sternin, the former brother-in-law of the titular psychiatrist and a reformed con artist, apparently turned paraplegic preacher.
Next thing I saw was a bright light and a tunnel.
So you had a near-death experience?
No, it was a CAT scan.
Blaine's shady misdeeds and enthusiastic Bible thumping are entertaining enough, but Frasier's gung-ho attempts to prove that he's still up to his old tricks lead to some laugh-out-loud moments, including a rather embarrassing faux pas during Blaine's sermon.
That's enough of this, Blaine! Get up! Get up!
Wait, people. He knows not what he does.
Before we get to our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
Is that my robe you're wearing?
Yeah, you want it back?
No.
It's all right, I got shorts underneath.
Are those my shorts?
Oh, I didn't think you'd mind. I found them on the bathroom floor.
A solar eclipse. The cosmic ballet goes on.
Does anyone want to switch seats?
Number 1, Gary Oldman, Friends.
I'm wearing 2 belts.
Are you drunk?
No.
Yes, you are.
All
right. Academy Award-winning actor Gary Oldman plays Academy Award-winning actor Richard Crosby on Friends.
You just won an Oscar.
No, I didn't.
I think you did.
I think I lost 3 times.
Actually, we meant nominated. Crosby appears opposite Joey in a film in the 2-part season 7 finale. While his drunken state in the second half is hilarious in its own right, the real crowning jewel takes place in part 1, when Crosby attempts to teach Joey how to be a better actor through over-enunciation and spitting, parodying Oldman's own distinctive big acting style. The duo's attempts to one-up each other while spraying each other with saliva is absolute comic gold.
A picture of my wife in your pack!
You went through my personal property.
Why do you have a picture of Paulette on your pack?
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from MsMojo and subscribe for new videos every day.